Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about task 2 in OOSE lab. That is developing software requirement specification for library management system. Before going to the SRS document for library management system, first we will come to know what is software requirement specification. That is SRS. SRS is a document that captures complete description of how the system is expected to perform. And it is also a detailed description of a software system to be developed with its functional and non-functional requirements. And it also includes the use cases of how user is going to interact with the software system. And the software requirement specification document consists of all necessary requirements required for the project development. When you will say that good SRS, a good SRS defines how the software system will interact with the internal modules and hardware and communication with other programs and a human interface with a wide range of real life scenarios. And coming to the SRS document, how to write an SRS document. You have to follow these steps to write SRS document. To write an effective SRS document. Under this, first one is the introduction. That is what is the SRS document, what it contains the document. You have to write the introduction about that project. And also purpose, that is nothing but purpose includes what are the objectives of the system and what is the purpose of creating this SRS document. You have to write in this purpose. And project scope is nothing but what the system to do and not to do, and overall description of the project. And under that you have to write the product perspective. And third one is the system features and requirements, and for the project what are the functional requirements and non-functional requirements. Coming to the introduction, and the introduction of SRS should be provide an overview of the entire SRS. So the introduction, whatever you write the SRS in introduction part, you have to provide an overview of the entire SRS. And it should also include the purpose, scope, definitions, acronyms and abbreviations, references and overview of SRS. Under the introduction you have to include all this one purposes. And also what is the purpose, specify the purpose of this SRS. What is the purpose means what is the main objective of the SRS you are writing here. And also should fully describe the external behavior of the application or subsystem identified. And coming to the scope section, a brief description of the software application that the SRS applies to the feature or other subsystem grouping. And the overall description is nothing but it defines the relationship of the entire spectrum of products, and it defines who will be responsible for the product and what business purpose it's serving, and defines what interfaces it may have to other systems. And coming to the functional requirements, it is a document which defines the functionality of a system or one of its subsystems. And it mainly depends on the software and expected users and the type of the system where the software is used. And it also gives the detailed functional requirements associated with this feature. And you have to provide the services which are executing for the use cases. And it also include how the product should respond to invalid cases. So and finally the requirements should be concise, complete and verifiable and necessary. Coming to the non-functional requirements, non-functional requirements are the properties that the system must have, such as performance, reusability and reliability, etc., and which do not affect the basic functionality of the system. That's why it is called as non-functional requirements. Even if the non-functional requirements are not met, the system still perform its basic purpose. And coming to the task 2, we have to write the SRS, or we have to develop the SRS for a library management system. First, before going to the SRS, you have to follow those steps which we discussed in this. First one is the purpose. That is, the SRS typically contains a brief description of the project. And the purpose of the required document is to specify all the information required to design, develop and test the software. And what is the purpose of this system LMS, that is the library management system? That is, it is to provide a friendly environment to maintain details of books and library members. And the main purpose of this system is nothing but it will maintain the easy circulation system by using the computers, borrowing the books or allocating the books. It will become user friendly. And coming to the scope, manually updating the library system into an Android based application so that the user can know the details of the books available and maximum limit on borrowing from their computer and also through their phones. So by using this learning library management system, it will become easy for the users to know about the details of the books and the other information about the library. And it also provides the informations like details of the book, insertion of new books and deletion of lost books, and issuing the books, and keeping books updates. And the user can provide feedback for adding some new books to the library. And coming to the definition, acronyms and abbreviations, you have to specify here Java and what is a DFD, that is a data flow diagram, what is ER, IDE and SRS. And coming to the overall description, product perspective, the proposed library management system will take care of the current book detail at any point of time, and the issuing of the book and returning the book will be updated in the current book details automatically. So whenever the book is issuing to the user, it will automatically update the user account, and after returning the book, it will also update the user account details. And functional requirements, under the functional requirements, these are will come under functional requirements, that is book entry, register student, book issue and book return. Book entry is nothing but in this module we can store all the details of the book. Register student, in this module we can keep the details of the new student. Book issuing and book returning is nothing but it is tracking of the book issuing details and returning details. Non-functional requirements are nothing but availability requirement, that is nothing but it is available 100% for the user, and it should be available 24 hours or 365 days, it should be available to the user. And accuracy, it has to provide it has to satisfy all the requirements, and it has to provide real-time information taking into consideration various concurrencies issues. Reliability is nothing but it has to be 100% reliable due to the importance of data, and whatever it causes the damages, it has to provide the exact data. And these are the constraints. Any update regarding a book from the library is to be recorded to have update and correct values, and any fine on a member should be notified as soon as possible and should be correctly calculated. So this is the SRS on library management system. And user characteristics, we have three levels of user module, library module and administrator module. In the user module, user will check the availability of books, that is the issuing book, reserve book, return book and fine details. These are the user actions. And library module, under library module, these are the actions that will take under library module: adding new book, removing books and updating details of book. Under administration module, these are the submodules in the administration module, that is a register user, entry book details and book issue. Thank you.